Hey everyone, I recently made a video where I talked about the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars. That also made me want to rank every 25th anniversary set we got that year. Now for this ranking, I'm not going to include every set that just included the brick, because I found that kind of lame and that's not really an anniversary set. The anniversary sets are all the ones that come with the anniversary minifigures. And that's what I'm going to be ranking here. In total there were 7 of them, so let's get into this and rank them from 7 to 1. Starting at that bottom 7th place is the Creative Play Droid Builder set. I think this is pretty obviously the last placed because this set is just odd. I don't think it's necessarily a bad set, but it's not one that's very traditional. Not one a lot of fans can get behind, including myself. It's a new concept and I'm glad they try new things, but this one's just not it. If you want to display some astromechs, I guess it's good for that, because those builds are pretty good if you leave off all the extra junk. Otherwise though, for $100, I just don't see the value here. Now that anniversary figure also doesn't help. Young Leia was not exactly a fan favorite in the show, and isn't as a minifigure either. It's definitely not one I'm going to go spend $100 on for a set I don't even care about. Because of all this, it's definitely the worst set from the 25th anniversary. The next set at number 6 is R2-D2. I actually really enjoy the set. It's a great model at $100. The details on this build are perfect. Those legs look phenomenal, and you even have the third leg included for the middle. Then you start traveling up the body of this astromech, and you just see so many little details. It looks perfect. He looks exactly like he does in the movies. It's so smooth and every detail's there, even his imposable arms that he kind of uses to mess around with. Then you have the head, which looks pretty darn good for LEGO. Getting a circle in LEGO is obviously very challenging, but it looks really great here. Then at the top you have his little sensor, and just all those little details make it so perfect. It's a tremendous build. And at $100, a very fun display piece. Included are 2 minifigures. You get an R2 minifigure, which is as good as ever, but the main one here is the anniversary figure, Darth Malak. This figure is perfect. It looks amazing. I love that red on his torso and legs. It just pops out at you. Then that huge molded jaw piece is amazing to look at. They did a terrific job and it's very accurate. Everything about the figure is great. It's one of the standouts from the year. Not to mention it's an Old Republic minifigure, so these are always sought after as they're so rare. LEGO barely ever touches that timeline, so it's so great to see them represented. Ultimately, I think this is a really great set. However, it just is the worst out of the anniversary sets. Above that, at number 5 is Darth Maul's Sith Infiltrator. Despite rocking a higher price tag, this set actually is pretty fun. The Sith Infiltrator is always a good looking vehicle, but here LEGO does stumble a little bit. For the most part, it's pretty accurate and looks solid, but that middle bump looks terrible. I think it ruins the entire build. It's very distracting. At least it has a purpose though. It houses all those spy droids that Darth Maul uses on Tatooine, so at least it serves a purpose, but I still feel like there would have been a better way around this. I might be making it sound worse than it is, but it is pretty ugly to me. And at $70, I feel like they could have done a lot better. The most concerning thing about this set though isn't necessarily the build, it's the minifigures. You only get 3. At $70, that's pretty embarrassing. They all look great however though. Young Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Maul all look stunning. Maul looks a little weird with the pupilless eyes, but overall it's a pretty good look otherwise. Qui-Gon's poncho is great to see. I love that they're not totally abandoning cloth pieces, and it's nice to just see these figures back in circulation. There is a 4th minifigure included as well, and that is the Saw Gerrera minifigure. That is the anniversary figure, and it's pretty good. A lot of detail included here, and I like that chestplate piece. He is probably a little too green though. In the movies and shows, he does have a hint of green on his armor, but not quite this much. It is a fun look though, so I can kinda understand why they did it. It's a bit more flashy than an all black suit. And it doesn't really bug me all that much. Now I know I was really hard on the set, but that's just because I feel like it fell short just barely. In so many areas it was so close, but they just ended up being so far away. Still though, I think it's a decent set, just not one of the best. Number 4, I have the Imperial Dropship vs. Rebel Scout Speeder. Now as a set, this is probably one of my favorites of the year, just for nostalgia. However, I'm trying to block that out here. When you look at this set, it's pretty good. That Rebel Scout Speeder looks really great. It's one of the best builds ever for a battle pack. That Imperial Dropship doesn't look bad either. They really elevated that from its previous models, and it looks a whole lot more modern and kind of realistic in a sense, if you can say that about that ship. It's a really fun set with 3 Stormtroopers and 3 Rebel Scouts. Not a bad pickup for older fans or newer fans. An all-around decent set and a fun experience. This anniversary figure though isn't the most exciting. That said though, I do still actually really like it. The hot pink astromech looks really good, and especially with those yellow and black accents on the top. It actually is a cooler figure than you might think. However, to a lot of people, this is just a random astromech that has no meaning, and that kind of drags the set down. Third on the list is the Desert Skiff Speeder. Now this set I think gets a little overhated. I definitely agree with all the criticism though. It is overly expensive for no real reason. They went all out with the Sarlacc pit, which looks great and is one of the best ever, and it'll look perfect next to the UCS sail barge. However, this is a playset and that's not necessary. And in doing so, that jacks up the price to $80. Not accounting for the price tag, I think this set is amazing. Everything here looks phenomenal, the figure choice is superb, and then even the anniversary figure is great. It's a tremendous set, however, it's $80 for a playset where you don't really feel like you're getting all that much. It's just a tough pill to swallow at $80. So even though I really like this set, the price tag hurts it a lot. Specifically, let's talk about this anniversary figure though first, which is 9nub. This figure has been one I've been waiting for forever. This might sound dumb, but 9nub is so neglected by LEGO Star Wars. This is his first appearance ever, but it's amazing because they absolutely knocked him out of the park. He looks perfect. Out of all the anniversary minifigures, I think this one is the most perfect. All in all though, this set is actually pretty good. I think it just gets overshadowed by that $80 price tag. And honestly, for what you get, I don't think it's too far out of range. I just don't think they should have allocated so many pieces to the Sarlacc pit. Another skiff speeder or something else would have been a lot nicer. The runner-up for this list is the Boarding the Tantive 4 set. One of my favorite sets from 2024 in general, this set has absolutely amazing play and display value. It's a terrific hallway piece reminiscing on the opening scene of A New Hope. The hallway is built up perfectly here and you have a terrific lineup of minifigures perfect for reenacting that scene. They all fit into this build wonderfully and you can play around for hours with it or set it up and make a perfect display. Any way you look at it, I think this set just gets a 10 out of 10. The designer for this set really deserves a pat on the back. Now onto this anniversary minifigure, which you think would be the fan favorite. Fives. Of course, this has been a clone we've been waiting for forever. ARC Trooper Fives is well known from the Clone Wars, and I'm so glad to finally have him. However, I'm not going to lie, they did miss the mark a little bit. While he looks really great and the arm printing is phenomenal, there's so many things I love about this figure, but for everything I love, there's about another thing that absolutely bugs me about it. The helmet print's just a little off, the shoulder pads don't sit right and they just sit there kind of looking funky. They don't show it in the picture rendering, but in person, it just kind of lays flat and you have to try and bend it if you want to get the right look. Maybe I'm being a little too hypocritical, but it's just because I feel like it's little things that LEGO should have gotten right, or at least thought out more. However, I'm still super excited to see the figure either way, and it definitely doesn't ruin the set. This set is amazing, and at $55, I can recommend it to everyone. A great set for every demographic of LEGO Star Wars. Now finally I made it to the top set of this list, and that is the Imperial Star Destroyer. It had been such a long time since we've seen a playset Star Destroyer, and so getting another one was such a treat, and when it looks this good, man, you just can't complain at all. The detailing on this build is phenomenal. The amount of tiles is terrific, it's UCS worthy. They took the previous model and improved on it in every way. I have absolutely no complaints about this build. A beautiful exterior combined with a full interior to play around in, and you have plenty of minifigures to play with too. It comes with a whole supporting cast of Imperial officers and figures, ranging from Darth Vader to Stormtroopers. They have every Imperial naval officer that you need to run the starship, and in that way it feels very complete. Then this set's excellence is only brought forward by the exclusive minifigure, Cal Kestis. This is the anniversary minifigure for this set, and it fits right in perfectly. Another fan favorite we've been waiting for so long, and they handle absolutely beautifully. I'm not saying he's perfect, but he looks pretty good. I definitely would have liked to see a poncho included though. That, however, is the only bad thing I can say about this set. Otherwise, I have absolutely no issues with it, and it's probably one of the best of the year. And with that, that wraps up my list of the 25th anniversary sets ranked. I think my list is pretty solid, but do you agree? Let me know in the comments if you disagree with any of my picks. Thank you all for watching, like and subscribe for more, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.